Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we're going to return to Fleetwood Mac for the first time in a while, actually, and we're going to look at Albatross. And an actual video clip exists from 1969 that appeared on the BBC. It's a little bit compromised in this particular one. I think somebody was filming their TV screen, but it's the best version that I've been able to find of it out there, and it's pretty good. I've known about Fleetwood Mac pretty much since the 80s. All of the stuff that they did before Buckingham Nicks came along. They had 9 other albums before that. And this is back when Peter Green was the leader, 1969. This band also included Danny Carwin on guitar and Jeremy Spencer on guitar. He's going to be probably playing with a slide because he tended to do that. He was a big Elmore James fanatic. He also brought in, Elvis covers, rockabilly, and that type of sound. Danny actually was around until Bare Trees, and he wrote half of Bare Trees, the album from 1972. He was gifted, but a little bit troubled. So we have 3 guitarists on board, and every one of them has a part in this song, so that's something to look for here. And of course, then we've got John McVie and Mick Fleetwood on bass and drums, as has always been the case since the very beginning of the band and right to this very day. This has been requested because we've put up other Fleetwood Mac content in the past, like Oh Well, we looked at, Black Magic Woman, I think Rattlesnake Shake, all stuff from back in that time period. And so if you're interested in any of those, you can take a look for them. I'll put some of them in the cards for you here. Adrian, any thoughts ahead before we take a look at this?
About that not really. I've heard some of the early Fleetwood Mac, and I like it. I think it's really good.
This is when they were more of a blues outfit because the band really grew out of musicians that had been in John Mayall's Blues Breakers, that band that churned out so many amazing players, at least hired them when they were unknown, and then by the time they left, they were very well known and then went on to other things. Eric Clapton is one. Mick Taylor went on to the Stones, and of course Peter Green was his guitar player for the Hard Road album from 1967. He always blessed the musicians as they left, like go be free, go do your thing, make great music, and so they did. This was a #1 hit in 1969. So with that, have you heard this song, Adrian? That's one question.
I haven't heard this one, no.
Okay. Well, it's an instrumental, and all the guitarists get in on it. So should be interesting to watch from that standpoint.
Yeah, it sounds good to me. Instrumental, 3 guitars.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look, and we'll discuss afterwards.
I mean, it sounds like a nice song to mellow out to. It's almost like a tropical feel to it.
Yeah, and it's nicely mixed in stereo too. And you've got those three guitars that are very careful not to step on each other, and you've got the kind of the dual thing going on between Danny and Peter, and then you've got that really ghosty kind of slide sound from Jeremy Spencer playing way up the neck, so you got those high notes. Yeah, it's very ghostly and pleasing to the ears. It calms you down.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's great to mellow out to. I can't think of another song for that.
Yeah, that band, Fleetwood Mac, 1969, just did amazing work. Some really great music came out of it. This one never made an album. It was a single only, as was Oh Well initially, although I think it's been stuck on Then Play On, which is their fourth album, came out in 69 as well, I believe. The American version has that on it. You know how that is. But yeah, they put out a lot of music that never actually made the albums. This one is a favorite for sure for a lot of people. I know that. And people have been asking for it for a little while. And I notice Oh Well has been getting some views lately, and people keep mentioning this one. I'm like, you know what? Fair enough. We should cover this. And I had a feeling, Adrian, that you probably had not heard it. Fleetwood Mac has a long storied history. And if you only know those years with Stevie Nicks and the rest, this stuff is something completely different, and you might just enjoy it. So with that, why don't you give your thoughts on what you just heard? And if you've ever seen Fleetwood Mac, especially if you saw them back in the day, like maybe when they played the Boston Tea Party, late 60s, early 70s, or if you saw anything in between, because there were a number of groups of Fleetwood Mac kind of in between with different personnel, and pretty much all of them are worthy of a listen. Let us know. If you have other suggestions, you can leave those as well. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed our presentation, please subscribe. All right. Thanks so much for joining us today, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right. Take care, folks.
See you all later.